Hands, the feet, the side we've seen come, the back.
Many people we've spoken to while investigating this story have given similar testimonials, including several Catholic bishops and even cardinals. While they said they couldn't speak for the Catholic Church, they personally believe in Emma's gift.
The specimen has to be metallic or something that conducts electricity.
After hearing so many testimonials, we decided to look for hard proof of Emma's gift.
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you.
Emma and her followers tell us these sparkles you see on her face appear from nowhere and symbolize the presence of Mary, the Mother of God. So we decided to do some research. We were able to find studies that report the sprinkle's appearance as early as 1917, and it's referred to as escarchus, the Spanish word for frost. We also found results from scientific studies that compare religious escarchus to industrial glitter. To determine if Emma's sparkles are escarchus or store-bought glitter, we took a sample of the sparkles given to us by Emma, as well as a jar of store-bought glitter, to SUNY ESF.
All right, so that goes in there, like that.
To be analyzed under an electron microscope.
Size and shape of the ones that you brought on the card are the same as the ones that you got in the store. They had the same chemical signature, very rich in chlorine. You saw how fast that chlorine peak was growing up.
Next, we subjected Emma's sparkles and the glitter to a battery of chemical tests. Many of our results didn't match those of previous studies. But after exposing both to hydrofluoric acid, we discovered the chemical composition of the glitter changed, while Emma's sparkles remained the same. This mimics previous test results of real divine escarchus. Another key characteristic of a real escarchus is it contains fungi and algae, which presented a problem.
Because we can't see the organic composition in this instrument. So if they were of a different composition or something unknown to us, I wouldn't be able to tell that.
Johnson's final conclusion is Emma's sparkles are not industrial glitter, but we are waiting for further test results. We fell short of scientifically proving or disproving Emma's gift, but as Connie Meany tells us, that doesn't mean it's not real.
Whether Emma's gift is ever substantiated or not, she continues to have thousands of followers around the world who believe she will one day be canonized as a saint, and many of them are following her back to their Salvation Mountain in the Philippines next week. I'm Jared Worksman reporting for Action News 3.
I am convinced also that we have been gifted by the Lord so much, especially the gift of faith. No? And I think we have something to do. And the Lord is here in order to achieve many things in our area. That means the fact that we are the only predominantly Catholic nation in Asia is not an accident. No?
Kung ano ang pinangako ng aking anak para sa inyong lupa ay mangyayari. Kung ano yung sinabi niya na ang na-destroy dito ay muli niyang ibabalik. Ako ang inyong ina na nagmamahal sa inyo. Ako ang ina ng kapayapaan at kaligayahan, sapagkat tayo, kayong mga anak ko, ay dadaling ko sa kaharian ng aking anak. Yun, sabi niya. At mahal na mahal niya tayo.
So how did this all begin? Is it possible that an ordinary OFW, an overseas Filipino worker, could be a chosen one of God? This visionary of the Mountain of Salvation still describes herself as just a nanny housekeeper. Yet, she has had an impact on so many lives.
It changed my life completely because I was not going to church for a good few years. And I thought I was okay. I didn't need to go and have a confession because I thought I was okay. But when I saw Emma, I knew I was in darkness. I thought I was in the light, but I was in the darkness.
Since Emma came to our house, we go to the church every day. Every day. It's amazing. From so many years, I don't go to the church. Now I have to go to the church every day. Every day.
Her eyes met mine, and she went way down inside me. I just couldn't believe it. It was a feeling that she knew everything about me.
Emma really amazes me. Really. I mean, the messenger is very powerful to me. her simplicity, her humility, her ordinariness makes her so extraordinary. And that is, I feel very much drawn to her.
Widowed at the age of 25, Emma tried but couldn't find a job that would help her support and educate her 3 children. There was a demand for domestic helpers abroad, so she applied and received an offer to work as a maid in Singapore.
I took that kind of job because I really want to work and support my children.
So for 2 years, Emma worked as a maid. But overseas employment did not give her the financial security she expected. She soon discovered that the Fly Now, Pay Later plan, which the agency had advanced, and their placement fee, would leave her with virtually nothing.
My salary was $250 in the year 1984. So my salary was $250 Singapore. The $200 goes to the agency and $50 from my to my pocket. So that $50 I give to my children. Only that $50. That's why that $50 is not enough for my children because they are studying.
When her contract was about to expire, Emma began to panic.
I don't want to go home because I have no money. And my children, they're asking for all these things that I want to bring. And I said, naku, Diyos ko, sabi ko, paano kayang gagawin ko? How could I bring those things that they wanted me to buy? So I said, I don't want to go home. So I was talking to my friend. And she asked me, all of a sudden, she asked me this, do you know Canada, Emma? And I, what is Canada? Oh, it's a country, and they're looking for nanny housekeeper. So that time I didn't even know what is nanny. All I know, domestic maid. So I said, oh, I want to work.
So on her day off, which she enjoyed once a month, Emma went to the church and sat in her favorite spot.
And then all of a sudden, I noticed, there was a little whirlwind, coming towards me. And then there's something, dirt, some dry leaves. But then it's something that fell, a little piece of paper, something like this. It was like this, very, very small like that, yeah, something like that. And then it fell under my foot like this, it fell. So I pick it up, just to open it. And then when I opened it, I read, said, Ultraman Manpower Service. Do you want to work in Canada? Nanny housekeeper. And I saw this address, Toronto, Ontario. So I got goosebumps, and then I said, I have to go home. I was shaking. I didn't even know if this is an old newspaper or what. But when I saw it's Canada, I was just talking to my friend the last month, when it's our day off, about this Canada. So I was shaking, and I went home.
Emma applied, and a month later received an overseas call.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, because I'm not good to speak English, So I was shaking, yes, sir. Yes, yes, I got your letter, and there's an employer who wanted to sponsor you. Do you really want to work in Canada? That's what he asked. Yes, sir. I said, yes, sir. I want to work in Canada because I am a widow, and I have 3 children. I want to support my children. And then he said, okay, are you Filipina? He asked me, And I said, yes, sir, I'm Filipino. Filipino ako eh. So when I heard that he's Filipino, and I talk in Tagalog because it's so hard for me to speak in English. Sir, kuya, please tulungan mo naman ako. Kuya, gusto ko po makaroon ng trabaho kasi meron po akong anak na 3. Ako lang pong bumubuhay.
Emma got the job, but she had another problem. Her monthly take-home pay for 2 years was only $50, and that she had regularly sent home for her children's expenses. Where was she now to get the money to fly to Canada? So she confided in her friend, whose reaction was typical of the magnanimity of the Filipino heart.
I have already visa, but I don't have ticket. What will I do? I cannot go to Canada because